everybody. Welcome back to another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and the topic today is Carolina basketball, notably the NIL, the collective, the cash flow. In other words, how much dough do the Tar Heels have to shell out to build their roster? We are in this era, man. We are in this era. When you've got college sports fans talking like pro sports fans, spending their money on Twitter, spending their money on message boards, you know that we are in a different world. But I want to specifically hit on something that has been talked about a lot. I've probably been asked 50 times in the last 6 weeks about Carolina, maybe more than that actually, the Carolina's ability to compete financially in the transfer portal. Before I get into that, very quick reminder, for just $8.33 a month, you can get a 1-year subscription to Tar Heel Illustrated. So $8.33 a month for a 1-year sub, and you could be a Tar Heel insider too. We've talked a lot about this on our boards. I should have a macro, if they even still have macros. I'm dating myself now, but I should have a macro for my response. I'm going to give you guys a response too. You would have already read this a dozen times at least in the last 6 weeks, maybe more. It's just $8.33 a month. Same price when I took over. August 1st, 2014 was $8.33 a month then, still is. Nothing has stayed the same price. Stuff has skyrocketed. I was at the store the other day. Mayonnaise was like $2.79 about 4 years ago. It's like $5.79 now. That's just an example. And no, not Dukes. I know. I'm from Virginia, but not Dukes. Sorry, guys. All right. I hope that doesn't cost us any views here. I do have Dukes over here for the Mayo Bowl. They gave everybody a jar of Dukes. I just like it because of the logo. All right. Anyway, make sure you go on over to THI, TarHeelIllustrated.com. Just $8.33 a month. You get access to everything we do, and you can be a Tar Heel insider too. You can be the expert wherever you work, wherever you hang out. You can be the expert. All right. Carolina basketball, NIL collective. People need to understand when Carolina has lost out in the portal trying to get certain guys, the overwhelming reaction is, oh, they don't have enough money, or Hubert sucks. I mean, there's always that group. We take them very lightly. Carolina doesn't have enough money. Carolina can't compete in NIL. We even have some people who are fairly well informed on our boards that are saying Carolina doesn't have enough in the collective. I don't know specifically how much Carolina does have in the collective. I know the football collective has a long way to go, far away from where it needs to be, but it has improved significantly, and it is trending in the right direction. Basketball is very solid. And here's one of the things I think people need to understand. When Carolina pitches a kid, shows them the NIL package, part of the addition to that from what Carolina can pay through its collective is what a player would get being on that stage. Look at Armando Bacot. He made a ton of money because of the stage he was on, and he performed. RJ Davis this past year, he kept making more money because of the stage he was on and that he performed. Just being a Carolina basketball player gives you a platform, gives you a stage, an opportunity to make money. I guarantee you, Jalen Withers goes and shows up somewhere at a sporting goods shop or whatever, people are going to go there and buy stuff. They're going to pose for a photo with him. I'm just using him as an example. There is something to say about playing at a Carolina as opposed to maybe the seventh man at Baylor going to a store somewhere in Waco. It's a big difference. Baylor may shell out initially, but the opportunities are more limitless at North Carolina. Now, as for the collective, the money's there. And I'm going to give you guys all the evidence you need. Look at the roster that Hubert kept intact. Jalen Washington, he would have gotten good money on the portal. Jalen Withers, he would have gotten good money in the portal. Seth Trimble, he would have gotten good money in the right situation in the portal. Elliot Cadeau, he would have made a ton in the portal. RJ Davis, he had the option of going into the portal. Now, he wasn't going to. He loves North Carolina. Decided to come back for a 5th year. He's making great money. He'll make even better money because of Carolina's commitment to him through the collective. Zayden High's getting money. How about the freshmen? Now, they can't be given collective to show up, but in their positions where they'll be in the program once they get to Carolina, when their collective kicks in, Ian Jackson and Drake Powell are going to do well. James Brown isn't going to be sitting there with his hands empty going, hey, where's mine? They're taken care of. So in order to take care of the intact roster, that was a hefty price tag. In addition, they brought in Cade Tyson. He wasn't cheap. And now they're looking to add a front court player who's not going to be cheap. So the narrative that North Carolina doesn't have enough money to spend is simply not true. What is true is that Hubert Davis isn't going to make price tag the number one recruiting tool or lure for a prospect, because that could affect your culture. If that's what a kid's all about, if he comes in and says, I want this amount of money and I want this number of minutes playing time a game, that's probably not going to be someone who fits in the culture that Hubert's trying to build. And if you question the importance of fit, might I submit as Exhibit A the 22-23 season versus the 23-24 season? That's all you need to know. Chemistry/culture, chemistry/culture. Which team graded out super high in both? Which team didn't grade out anywhere near as high on both? There you go. So just because a guy is a phenomenal player, and just because a guy goes somewhere else, doesn't mean Carolina couldn't afford him, wouldn't afford him, couldn't afford him. It's more like they wouldn't. Or maybe the guy just wanted to go somewhere else. Some players shy away from that stage, believe it or not. I want to play in the league, man, but I don't want to play at Kentucky or North Carolina because of the stage. It's a little too bright. There's a million reasons why guys go elsewhere. But it's not because Carolina doesn't have the ability to compete. It's a choice, depending on certain situations. And there have been situations where they have really stepped up and the guy goes somewhere else. Okay, that happens. So let's get rid of the narrative that Carolina ain't got no cash, because Carolina's got cash. Carolina just spends a little bit more judiciously than some fans would prefer. So if you're excited about Carolina's collective, and if you're confident the Tar Heels have plenty in the collective to take care of business, go ahead and click like on this video. If you're pretty jacked up that Hubert kept the roster intact, which I think was a really, really good job, go ahead and click like on this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, share the video with your Carolina Tar Heel friends, tell them to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so you and they get updates every time we upload a video. And don't forget, guys, just $8.33 a month for a 1-year subscription. You can be a Carolina expert too and enjoy our community. We've really picked up a ton of subscribers lately, and a lot of them are very active on the boards, and it's been a blast. And they post often about how much they really enjoy the board. So come on over, be a member of our community. Come hang out with us. We're there 24/7, man. And you know that we roll out content 365 days a year. I'm AJ, and thank you for stopping by.